Welcome to How to Set Up Your Space at Home for Yoga. My name is Paige, and I'm a practicum student working at the Health and Wellness Lab in the Faculty of Kinesiology at the University of Calgary. I'm a registered yoga teacher, and I moderate yoga classes for the Yoga for Young Adults Affected by Cancer study. I identify as female and use she, her pronouns. For those who cannot see me, I have brown hair, brown eyes, and I'm wearing a beige sweater. We've put together this video to help you practice yoga safely from home and build an accessible practice you love. While going to a community-based yoga class is a great way to connect with others, it's not always accessible nor feasible. There are many options for you to do yoga at home, from just doing it on your own, following a specific YouTube channel such as Yoga with Adriene, or doing a specific program live or recorded, such as our Yoga for Young Adults with Cancer program. If you're looking for some great online yoga videos, we'll link some in the description of this video. There are potential benefits to practicing yoga from home. For example, the convenience of it, removing barriers such as travel, your ability to still connect with others online, and the control you have in your own setup and comfort of being in your own home. Before you start practicing yoga at home, let others in your space know that you'll be practicing and for how long. You also have control over your temperature, lighting, and music. Depending on what your intention is for the practice, it is likely more comfortable to practice with a comfortable room temperature and gentle lighting. Some online classes have music playing in the background. If the video or class you're following does not have music and you want to add your own, I would recommend finding music that enhances your yoga experience. This is very personal, so experiment to determine whether you prefer to have non-lyrical music, gentle lyrical music, or uplifting music. You can also experiment to find the volume that works the best for you. We have linked a few of our favorite yoga playlists in the description of this video, so feel free to check that out. So the props that you'll need for yoga really depends on your personal needs as well as the style of yoga you'll be practicing. All you need to practice yoga is a flat space the size of a yoga mat. All other props will simply enhance your experience, but they are completely optional. For your yoga practice, a yoga mat is great, but you can also practice on a carpet, or if one is not available to you, you can also practice on the floor. When choosing a surface to practice yoga on, consider the thickness of the material. If you have sensitive joints, you might prefer to practice on a thicker carpet or mat. So one really common prop that you see a lot in yoga would be a bolster or a cushion. So I have a couple of examples of bolsters here, a smaller one and a thicker one. And a thick pillow is also great if you don't have a bolster. So these bolsters are often used for a seated meditation, as well as more restorative poses that might be held for a long amount of time. So for example, you might sit on the bolster to support your meditation practice and elevate your hips a little bit. And then if you don't have a bolster handy, you're also welcome to use a pillow. You can stack a couple up or fold it and then sit on that. I also recommend having a blanket handy. So I have my blanket here. It's really nice to cover yourself up for longer poses such as Shavasana. As well, many blankets can be folded up and used as a prop themselves. So I folded up my blanket, and this could be used to sit on for seated meditation, like so. And then if you fold it even thicker, it could be used more similar to the size of a bolster. So another really common prop that you'll see in yoga are blocks, which are often used to support various poses, provide balance, support, and body awareness. So I have an example of a block here. Typically, they're made out of foam. Sometimes they're a little bit thicker, sometimes they're a little bit thinner, like this one. So for example, you could use a block to support you in a pose like butterfly pose. If you want a little bit of extra support under your knees, you could place the block under there. If you don't have blocks, you're also welcome to use a pillow, blanket, or a rolled up towel to help you out a little bit. So I'm using these to prop up my knees. Another common use for blocks is to support you in balancing poses. So for example, you might place a block under your hand to support you in a pose like half moon. I have a shoebox here, which could be another item you could use instead of a block to give you a little bit of gentle support under your hand in a balancing pose like half moon. If you will be practicing chair-based yoga, I recommend finding 2 identical chairs of a height where you can sit comfortably on them and place your feet firmly on the ground. Chairs without arms are preferred as they allow you increased freedom in your practice and range of motion. I recommend setting up your chairs facing towards each other so that you can use them for a variety of poses. I also recommend having a wall nearby as it is useful for a variety of standing and seated yoga poses. However, know that it is possible to practice yoga in any chair, including a wheelchair. So technology. Practicing yoga from home requires an internet connection. To enjoy your yoga experience, having a stable connection is really helpful. If you happen to lose internet connection or you are experiencing glitches in the yoga video stream, take that as an opportunity to practice your breath work and patience. You can turn the volume to a comfortable level, and it's up to you whether you want to use your computer's volume or wireless headphones during your practice. Many instructors make it optional whether you turn your camera on or off for your yoga practice. If you're given the choice to decide, consider whether you would feel more comfortable and get a better yoga experience from turning your camera on or off. Most classes will make it clear at the beginning of class or during sign-up what the expectations are regarding camera use and participation during class. Having your camera on might be uncomfortable and distracting for some, while others enjoy the accountability and ability for the teacher to give them individual feedback during class. If you do decide to have your camera on for class, be sure to test out the angle and placement of your camera at the start of class. Having you in the camera frame with as much visibility as possible allows the teacher to better access and offer you relevant cues throughout class. Accountability and community. One of the biggest pieces of online yoga that could be lacking in comparison to in-person classes is the lack of connection, community, and accountability with others. If you are a very self-motivated person and are not looking for connection with others through yoga, being online for your practice should not be a concern. However, if you are seeking more connection with others through your practice, try connecting with other class members or connecting with the teacher digitally by saying hello in the chat or video feature of the live class. You can also try doing your online yoga practice with others at home. We would be happy to support you with your goals, and you can share your goals with us and your yoga practice at wellnesslab@ucalgary.ca. Thanks for following along with this intro video on how to set up your space to maximize your at-home yoga practice. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the YouTube comments section below on this video. You can also contact us at wellnesslab@ucalgary.ca. You also may wish to check out some of our other yoga-related videos on our channel. Thank you and namaste.